On today's episode of Touch 'em All Sports Radio, Ethan, we're kind of joined by a radio production class. They're in the next room over. They're listening to us, so we want to give a shout out to them. Hey guys, we can see you, so hey. But today, Ethan, we've got a lot to talk about. The Olympics have just ended. The closing ceremonies were actually on Sunday. But today is a Tuesday. We're actually in studio on a Tuesday, contrary to when we're in studio on a Monday and a Wednesday. But like we said, we're in here so these guys can listen to us. Huge thanks, huge shout out. I kind of feel important, kind of, you know. But let's go ahead and talk about. Let's recap the Olympics. Ethan, our final gold medal count of 2018. Do you want to guess the top four?
All right, let's go. Germany. Switzerland, Russia can't, so Russia's not there because they were forbidden from winning any medals, correct?
Olympic athletes from Russia. The country itself could not win a medal, yeah.
And so Switzerland, I know USA's out. Canada third, Germany first, Switzerland second, and fourth. Let's say Poland, I don't know.
Actually, you're wrong.
In every aspect?
Not every aspect, but a lot of them. Norway was first with 39. Germany was second with 31. Canada was third. You were right on that one. They had 29. And then in fourth place was the United States. They had 23.
That's surprising. They had a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah, so they actually did stuff. So Ethan, you've got a lot prepared today that you want to talk about.
Yeah, I just kind of ended up scrolling through a couple social media sites, saw some things I thought might be cool to talk about, looked into them, got some stuff ready to go.
All right, Ethan, let's go ahead and talk about this is your spiel today. Let's hear what you got to say.
All right, so we all know about what's happening with the FBI investigating NCAA basketball. Now, why they're spending their resources on that is, I don't understand it, but that's not the point. The point is they are catching college coaches in the act of paying athletes. Arizona head coach got caught paying $100,000 payment to a 5-star player.
Oh,
but
wow.
That's also, that's here and there. But do you know who Steve Van Gundy is?
I'm slightly familiar.
He is the head coach of the Pistons NBA team. But there's an article by Mr. John Cooper that is titled "Pistons coach Steve Van Gundy trashes NCAA in wake of FBI investigation into college basketball."
Okay.
Steve Van Gundy said he's had enough of the NCAA and he wants everyone to know about it. He is quoted as saying the NCAA is one of the worst organizations, maybe the worst organization in sports. That's the way he told the reporters from ESPN. He said they certainly don't care about the athlete. They're going to act like they're appalled by these things going on in college basketball, but it's ridiculous, and it's all coming down on the coaches. This is all coming after the $100,000 payment deal I just said.
Right.
But, Van Gundy also criticized the one-and-done rule, calling it racist.
Racist?
What do you think about that?
I don't understand how.
Would you like to hear what exactly he's quoted as saying?
So this is what Coach Steve Van Gundy says.
Himself, a head coach in the NBA.
This is what he said.
This is exactly what he said. He said,
Okay.
People that were against players coming out of high school made a lot of excuses, but I think a lot of it was racist. I've never heard anybody go up in arms about minor league baseball or hockey. They're not making big money, and they're white kids primarily, and nobody has a problem. But all of a sudden, you've got a black kid that wants to come out of high school and make millions. That's a bad decision. But bypassing college to go play for $800 a month in minor league baseball, that's a fine decision. What the swear word is going on? I don't see why there is a problem with players just skipping college because they're not there. They're there they're obviously getting paid.
Yeah, right. And you went on a little rant about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I mean, whether or not it's racist, I don't know about that. But maybe they're just trying to get them some experience. But it works for baseball. They have kids drafted out of high school all the time. I don't know about hockey. I'm not a big hockey fan, but I don't understand why the NBA doesn't allow kids to come straight out of high school.
Okay, and I've got a little bit of a response to that. In the major leagues, Major League Baseball, there's a much longer, longer and a more
low A, high 2A, 3A.
With your developmental system, you have minor league baseball. There's rookie ball, low A, high A, double A, triple A, and then you finally make it to the majors. So it's like a 5-6 year progression in baseball, making your way up to the top.
Basketball,
in basketball, you don't really have anything.
You got the pro team, and then you got D League.
You have the D League. So I get that, and college is more like a developmental league. And I think if you put the one and done rule in, or you abolish the one and done rule rather, you see a lot less, generational talent because it develops. I think going to college helps a basketball player
agree.
develop.
It helps them develop. There's no doubt about that. They go there and they play a very, very fast-paced game. But they don't want to be there. They're there because they have to be. Obviously, some of them are getting paid. Most of them don't care about their classes. Like, this is what we got into a little spill out last time because I said they didn't care about their classes. But I think I read somewhere, don't quote me on this, but I think I read somewhere that North Carolina got in trouble within the past 10 years for a huge falsificating, or maybe it was Virginia, Villanova, something like that. They got in trouble for falsificating grades. So
I think that was North Carolina.
That was North Carolina.
Yeah, but
one of the best programs in the country, and they're falsifying.
I think when you compare a young guy coming out of high school going to baseball, college baseball and college basketball are two totally different things. College basketball is you gather around a TV and you watch college basketball. No one says, "Hey man, you want to come over and watch this regional college baseball game?" You come together and say, "Hey man, you want to watch the March Madness together?" The NCAA makes more money off of college basketball than they do college baseball.
Absolutely.
So, of course, they're going to say, hey, yeah, you got to come play before you want to go to the NBA. You have to come play college
So you
basketball.
think they're doing it just as a money grab?
A lot of the NCAA antics are money grabs.
It is a business.
Yeah, it's a business.
That's why they're doing it. It's a business.
And
I understand that. It's a good argument. I agree with you.
Yes, and it's unfortunate that kids our age, guys our age, get taken advantage of like that. But I do agree with it. I do think that you need to go to college because there's some stuff that you just learn in college that you can't, that you won't learn anywhere else. So I say keep the one and done rule. But that's also me. Ethan, what are your thoughts on the one and done rule? Keep it or get rid of it?
I don't know. I don't really care either way. I guess what I'm saying. If they don't do it, oh well. They're not. I don't think they're gonna miss out on a ton. But also going college for a year. It could help them, could not help them. They go to the NBA, they struggle because they weren't prepared. Mm-hmm. It works either way for me. I don't know.
Well, in college baseball, you can leave at any time.
Yeah.
So, just like the basketball, rather. But we're talking about baseball. We're talking about multi-sports here. Russell Wilson and Tim Tebow.
They both showed up to spring training.
Showed up to spring training. Ethan, what? Tim
Tebow, that's his career now. He is a baseball player.
Yeah.
But something interesting about him, do you know he got injured?
I did not know he got injured. What happened?
He sprained his ankle. Jack know how?
How?
He stepped on a sprinkler head in the outfield.
He stepped on a sprinkler. A Yankees player did that. I think it was Mickey Mantle maybe tripped over a sprinkler in the outfield. But that stuff happens.
They had sprinklers back then?
Yeah, I think so. But
Tim Tebow sprained his ankle. I think he might be out for a good bit of spring training.
Wow. Well, he's a baseball player now. He's hurt. So
speaking of Russell Wilson, I saw a very funny tweet the other day.
What's that?
It said the best quarterback in New York is playing for the Yankees.
That's very true. I think the top two quarterbacks in New York are not even on football teams. You have Tim Tebow on the Mets, Russell Wilson on the Yankees, and neither one of these guys are. Russell Wilson's obviously he's still playing football, but Tim Tebow
a rather good season last year, I believe.
Yeah, more or less. But Russell Wilson, he showed up to Yankee spring training because he got traded to the Yankees in the offseason from the Texas Rangers. So he shows up to spring training, and if I'm not mistaken, Ethan, he hit a home run in batting practice.
He hit 3. I saw a video posted by ESPN. It was 38 seconds long, and in 38 seconds, he hit 3 home runs in BP.
Wow. Well, Russell Wilson's a strong guy.
Yeah,
he's a quarterback.
I love seeing multi-sport athletes at the professional level because you see it at college, it's pretty rare, but you see a guy at the professional level who's a pretty good player at one sport at least, coming in trying to do another. I really enjoy watching that.
Well, do you think we'll ever see Russell Wilson or Tim Tebow in the majors?
I think we'll see Russell Wilson. I don't know about Tim Tebow anymore because he didn't have the best seasons in the developmental leagues, whichever one he's in.
The minor leagues? He did okay. For not playing baseball for 6 years.
10 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did okay for just now stepping back out on the field. The Mets general manager said that there's a good chance we'll see Tim Tebow in the major leagues. So,
well, it might be different if he's playing for a stronger organization, but he's playing for the Mets.
Yeah, and the Mets really don't have anything right now.
So what do they have to lose?
This could be another money grab, and because the sports world is really, when it comes down to it, the professional sports world, it's all about money.
Yeah, it's a big business. That's all it is.
Yeah. So, I think we'll see Tim Tebow in the major leagues. Russell Wilson.
I hope so for both of them. I hope they end up making a good career in another sport.
I feel like Russell Wilson's got a pretty prominent career where he's at.
But
I think he'll be okay.
Maybe one day he decides to just retire. He's tired of getting hurt. He realizes he has a good option on different fields. He's already made enough money to last him a lifetime.
But when
he's doing it for fun now.
But when he gets to that age, is he still able to play baseball?
Well, you see people out there playing baseball at a long age all the time because baseball is not as strenuous of a sport as football. I'm a baseball player, and I'll admit that. You aren't getting out there getting hammered by 300-pound linebackers all day long.
Right.
They come up and just laying the wood on you, and what are you going to do?
Yeah, but I think the older
baseball players, you might throw blow at your arm sometimes,
Yeah.
But it's not nearly as strenuous of a sport.
The older baseball players are primarily pitchers, if I'm not mistaken. Jamie Moyer was a pitcher.
R.A. Dickey, Bartolo Colon. Let's not remember them though.
These guys are all old guys, and the older how would I say this? The lifespan of a career in the MLB is a little bit longer, significantly longer than in the NFL.
Yeah, because you aren't worried about how many concussions you get before you don't remember your kids' names.
Yeah, some of the greatest guys in the NFL, they
don't even remember their career.
They're like their careers are like 10 years, 5 years. Calvin Johnson dipped out early, but in the MLB, some of the greats, they play for like 20 years. 20 years. So
Cal Ripken, you play 14,000 straight games? Is that the number?
Yeah, Chipper Jones, 20 years with the Atlanta Braves. I understand that, but I think if you put Russell Wilson, who has been beat up by these big guys in football for so long.
But then don't you think going to the MLB would be a good break from that?
If he still wants to play sports, maybe, but I don't see it. Maybe he tries to do one of those split seasons, maybe.
That'd be pretty interesting.
That would be interesting to see, but I just don't see him. I don't see him retiring from football and going in and playing baseball. I just don't. Speaking of guys who have been in the league forever, LeBron James.
We can't go a day without talking about him.
Cannot go. It's a sports show in the United States, so of course we've got to talk about LeBron James. Ethan, you've got something special on LeBron for us.
There are 3 billboards in Cleveland, Ohio, that were bought to entice LeBron James to move to Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. Darren Rovell, ESPN senior writer, wrote an article, and in it he says, people traveling along I-480 in Cleveland might be distracted by 3 billboards located 7 miles from the Cleveland Cavaliers' Quicken Loans Arena. The first sign features number 23 in maroon with a crown on it, and the court with 4 blue numbers that just happen to match the Philadelphia 76ers jerseys of Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Robert Covington, and a guy whose name I'm probably going to butcher, but Dario Saric, something?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
The second billboard, several hundred feet further, says complete the process, and the third says hashtag Philly wants LeBron. What do you think about this? A little marketing grab.
Yeah.
Do you think LeBron even drives himself to see those signs, or do you think he just takes Uber, or he has a personal driver to go everywhere? Do you think he even looks out the window?
LeBron probably has like his own room in the arena. Like they just let LeBron sleep at half court or whatever. But I saw this, and I saw where it was a group of fans that bought these, not the Philadelphia organization
I don't
itself.
believe the 76ers had anything to do with this.
So that's interesting that a group of fans do want LeBron.
Wouldn't you? What would you do if LeBron came to the Hawks? I mean,
well, Philadelphia's got their own thing going on right now. They're nothing to sneeze at. Philadelphia, the 76ers have got their own thing going. If you bring on LeBron to this already pretty good team and they win a championship, it's going to take away from everybody. They're going to say, "Oh, well, LeBron was on that team, so of course they're going to win the championship." So I don't think LeBron if you're a Sixers fan, you shouldn't want LeBron because your team's going to win a championship. I guarantee it. With or without LeBron. And without LeBron, you're going to be looked at as hey, 76ers, look out for them. But if you have LeBron, then it's like, oh, it's almost like there's an asterisk by your name. Like if you win a championship with LeBron, it's like, okay, well, you go in the record books, 2013 championship. Oh, they had LeBron. So, of course they were going to win. I'm just not huge on LeBron. He's a good guy. He's one of the greatest. That's no question. But I think he ruins a team's reputation. Like if he went to the Golden State Warriors, nobody would respect LeBron or the Golden State Warriors.
No one.
I mean, obviously they'd respect him.
I don't understand why anyone respects. I mean, yeah, they went out and they put together one of the greatest, if not the greatest, basketball team of all time. But where's the fun in that? That's like doing a My Career on 2K and just boosting up all the stats of everyone on your team and see how many championships you can win.
Turning your sliders up. But yeah, maybe in a few years LeBron goes to Philly. Maybe, I don't know. It just wouldn't make sense.
I also don't know why he'd want to stay in Cleveland right now with everything that's happening.
Well, they've kind of turned things around after all those trades. They've done okay. But I just think that if Philly does win a championship and it's with LeBron, no one will look at him seriously. Let the 76ers. They have worked too hard and they've tanked for too long for LeBron to come in there and air quote save the day. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's gonna. They rebuilded. But then they got LeBron, so of course they won. So let Philadelphia, let them win the championship on their own. So hats off to the Sixers. They've Sixers fans. You've earned it. And don't push for LeBron. That's not what you need.
We're called Touch 'em All Sports Radio, but there's one thing we haven't touched on yet.
What's that?
We kind of forgotten about it. NASCAR.
I talked about NASCAR in our last.
We talked about it, but we haven't really touched it.
No, not necessarily.
We kind of poked it. We got a stick and said, "Hey, do something."
Yeah, we flicked it. We kind of brushed it. We didn't touch it. So let's touch it. Ethan, what you got?
Kevin Harvick is nearing his 100th National Series wins.
Wow.
He picked up his 38th career Cup Series win in Atlanta Saturday to go along with 47 career Xfinity Series wins he has. Add that to the 14 Camping World Truck Series wins, and you got a total of 99.
Wow.
Only 3 drivers have ever reached 100 wins in any of the National Series of NASCAR. That is Richard Petty, Kyle Busch, and David Pearson.
Wow.
And there's also four people that are just missing the 100 mark, and those guys are Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, Darrell Waltrip, and Mark Martin, each of them with 98, 97, 97, 96 respectively.
So Kevin Harvick is one win away from
history,
virtually like a triple crown of NASCAR, I guess.
Yeah.
But I watched. Did you watch the race on Sunday?
Absolutely not.
I watched a good bit of it. I grew up watching NASCAR, so it's habitual for me. So I did watch it. And
I might go outside and find me a roundabout and just see how long I can stay in it and say I'm racing NASCAR.
But if you watch NASCAR and you know what to look for, Kevin Harvick did a really good job on Sunday. Dominated the whole race. They've broken NASCAR races up into stages now. Stage 1, Stage 2, and Stage 3. Kevin Harvick won the race on Saturday, the Xfinity Series race, which is kind of like a developmental league for the bigger guys in NASCAR. So he won that race, and he led all 3 stages of the race. So he dominated that race, and then turned around and dominated the same race on Sunday. So Kevin Harvick's a dang good driver, and it takes a lot to win that many races in that many different categories.
Yeah, as much as I don't enjoy watching NASCAR, winning that many times, that's impressive.
That's impressive because you said he won Truck Series races, correct?
Yes. Let's see the number right
38,
here.
You said?
14 Camping World Truck Series wins.
Okay, that's impressive because a truck and a car, obviously 2 different things.
Wow.
So, believe it or not,
newsflash.
We're Big J journalist here. A truck and a car are 2 different things. But when it comes to driving them in NASCAR, it's 2 totally different things. And to have that skill set to drive anything and just blow them away that's huge. That's huge. Ethan, I have a hot take. NASCAR's back. It's cool to watch NASCAR again. What do you think? What you got any hot takes?
I mean, I like taking left turns. They're kind of fun.
I think NASCAR's back. Watch it. Watch your race on Sunday.
I mean, listen.
Come to my house.
He invited me to join a game that we play on our phones that is NASCAR racing.
Yeah, and it's fun.
It's extremely fun.
NASCAR's fun. I think that you're not seeing the whole picture. You got to kind of do a little bit of research like we did today and look into NASCAR. It's not that bad. My hot take for today, NASCAR's back.
Well, before I get my hot takes, I do have one last thing I'd like to talk about.
What's that?
NHL trade deadline was yesterday.
NHL trade deadline was yesterday. Go Preds. What do you think? You got anything on that?
I mean, there was people traded. There was people who were not traded. You ready for hot takes?
Yeah, I'm ready for hot takes.
That's all I got for NHL. Sorry, guys.
I do enjoy watching the Nashville Predators. That's
when the Atlanta Thrashers were a hockey team, I loved hockey. I'd go there all the time. I'd watch fights break out. Just watching hockey was an extremely fun sport to watch. It's super fast paced, and those are some pretty manly men out there playing it.
Yeah.
That's
my other hot
with no teeth, with a puck coming 100+ miles an hour at you.
That's my other hot take is hockey. You should watch hockey, even though we do live in the South and there's only like one team.
I watch hockey occasionally.
100 miles.
I don't know what channel it comes on. Ice TV. I mean, what do I look for?
There's an NHL network, just like there's a MLB network, NHL network, NBA TV. It's out there. But yeah, hockey's back. That's my two hot takes today. Hockey, watch hockey. Hockey's not back. I mean, obviously hockey's been here, but kind of like what we said with the Winter Olympics. You know, we're not involved with it 24/7, so like we're not as interested in it. But with Nashville really coming into the light here, it's opened my eyes to it at least. But NASCAR's back and hockey's cool in the South. You should watch it. Anything?
I hope. I don't know if this is a kind of a hot take, but I hope the Olympics come back to Atlanta sometime soon.
That would be neat.
I mean, it's
summer,
only been
summer.
Yes, summer. I mean, I don't know where they'd find snow in Georgia.
We could
during the
bobsled on I-85 would work.
You know, just look at it. Atlanta's coming back into a giant sports city. They got two of the newest stadiums in the country, and they're super high dollar. They're a great city with lots of things to do, lots of places to go around in the state of Georgia. Yeah. I think it'd be a great idea to have the Olympics here again. Hopefully it happens again soon, because I might try to go watch that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. 1996 was the last time.
That's 22 years ago. So that's not really that much of a break for them to want to. They might not come back here for another 20, 30 years. But I hope it happens soon.
The Olympics, and I believe 2024 are in Los Angeles.
Yes.
So they won't come back to the States for a while.
Yeah.
So, but still, Atlanta's on the rise.
I do think Atlanta might have been in the voting list for the 2024. Is that what you said?
I think they were in the voting list for like the World Cup a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe. But Super Bowl is coming to Atlanta. That's neat. But that's all I have for today, hot take wise. Ethan, what you got? Anything else?
I mean, I have the Olympic things. I think the U.S. does great in the Summer Olympics as opposed to the Winter Olympics.
Hey, fourth place in the Winter Olympics is not that bad.
They were on pace to do terrible.
Yeah, and we're USA, and we're the best. That's pretty much all there is. We'd like to thank everybody for listening today, especially Professor Jones's radio production class in the next room over. Hey, guys. They're waving at us now. But thanks for listening. If you haven't already, follow us on Twitter at TEA Radio SU. Tweet us at the show. We'll read your tweet on air. #hot tea take. Doesn't necessarily have to be a hot take. Just something that you want to, something that's weighing heavy on your mind. If you're walking by the studio and you see the on-air light and we're in it, we're in the studio, tap on the door. We'll shout you out. We'll wave at you. Ethan, you got anything else before we go?
That's it.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. I'm Justin Franklin.
I'm Ethan Payne.
And we'll see you tomorrow. We're on Wednesday tomorrow. See ya.